Many of you mentioned it in the comments. We're heading to Arts, 6 hours away. We're gonna get this A5 looked at by the experts. Can't wait to learn more about it and get it back up to top condition so we can use this thing this fall. Stay tuned. All right, we're road tripping it to Hillsboro, Missouri to head to Arts Gun Shop. I found that amazing Browning A5 at an estate sale. Couldn't believe it was there on day 2. Got it for a great price. Definitely need to get it refurbished, restored a little bit. And definitely couldn't wait. So called Arts Gun Shop, made sure they'd be here when we're gonna get there. Have them give it a once over. I don't think it's gonna take much time to get it back up to shape. But really looking forward to learning the exact history of this shotgun, the serial number, the water buffalo horn butt plate, if that's what it is, the history of it, and yeah, we're gonna make a little side quest to Bogarts BBQ and have a great lunch. And just like I said, looking forward to hearing from the experts the history of this gun, the changes they made over time, and can't wait to bring you along with us. About an hour out. Pit stop number 1, hopefully the only one we got to make. Destination barbecue first, then to Arts. Give me the $2 variety. Looking forward to it, both lunch and Arts, of course. Brisket burn-ins, a little pulled pork, maybe a little ribs. Sides, we'll see what kind of sides they got today. We're gonna get there right when they open. So, hot and fresh. Well, you got plenty of time, so we got a little traffic. Oh, look at this Chevy right here. Sorry, buddy. We are about to cross over to the gateway to the west, the old St. Louis, Missouri Arch. Nobody behind me. Oh, I can put my Visa. Let's go. $2 per hour. Pull it out. Yep.
Is it working?
It's working. Press to change. I want more time. 30.
What's your pen number, show?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pay it forward to someone else. Put a little extra time on there. Come on, baby. Hour 15. We're good. We're here right when they open. It's 10:30 local time, 11:30 based upon my stomach grumblings. It's 11:30 Eastern time. So hopefully we're going to be seeing the doors open here pretty soon. I see the open sign, Matthew. Let's go and get us some good barbecue. All right, we got 49 minutes to Arts. I've timed this out to where we've got about 45 minutes here for lunch. Food come out, enjoy our Anheuser-Busch products. Can't wait. We've got brisket burn-ins. We've got a half rack of ribs. We've got pulled pork. We got some potato salad and coleslaw coming.
Then we'll be back tonight. We'll be back tonight.
That's the plan. Hopefully Art will take care of me, get that A5 back up in sweet condition. And we're gonna try to shoot it this afternoon too. Bust a few birds. Looking forward to it.
There it is, there's the ribs, burn-ins. Still waiting on our
Pulled pork.
what's coming.
My stomach's talking to me in a good way. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah, enjoy.
Beauty.
There's the pulled pork.
All right, I got all mine, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, where yours at? I'd say they're pretty tender. So good.
It ain't wild game, but
It's not.
what are we thinking?
I'm thinking it's tender, it's fatty. That's just the one bite. I'm looking forward to getting into the ribs.
All right, so the pit masters back there just took care of us, brought us some sloppy chos, a little sloppy nachos. Let me take my little fatty fingers here. Could totally make this with wild game too, with deer meat. But it's really sweet. It's so good. You might have to drive home, Matt. We're gonna go take a look around, see what's going on back there. There's like a pan over there.
Game cook, baby.
Markup in a brisket, and brisket's expensive, so you got to give them good reviews so that people keep coming in. So it took me what, 2 minutes to make that Google review, and I like doing it. I don't know, I kind of geek out, add my little feelings about the food, the texture of it, the ambiance, the environment, leftovers, good stuff. Got to make sure I can get out of this town. I'm a country bumpkin from Dark County, Ohio. I was just telling Matt, you know, I like when that person leaves, overpays the meter, leaves a lorry. Speed bump! Oh gosh! We got no speed bumps in Dark County. I always like when they leave a little time on the meter, you get to sneak in and it's like, ooh, is it enough for my whole entire trip? Is it enough for half of it? But try to pay it forward when you can. We paid for an hour and 15 minutes. I think we were in there for all of about 30 or so. We're in the big city, St. Louis. 50 minutes, ETA Arts. I hope they're ready for us. I don't see a sign. Could be pointing to some random person's driveway.
I'm sure it looks that.
I'm Katie, by the way.
Katie,
Nice
I'm
to meet
John.
you. I
We
work
seem like
up
we're a
in the
little sluggish.
office.
We had Bogarts BBQ and we overate.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, I've ate there before. It was really good. It was
Okay.
Too good.
How you doing? I'm Tommy.
Tommy, nice to meet
Good
you.
to
I'm
meet you.
John. This is Eric.
Good to meet you.
Matt, sorry.
Matt.
Matt.
So.
But yeah, we're super excited to be here.
285s are still in box. Super Satori's. Amount of BT99s, a couple rifles, A-bolts. It just ranges. Depends on what you're looking for.
Sure.
But this is mostly all our inventory. Stuff on the wall that's getting done. That'll be posted here soon. We got a ton that we're still working on. But yeah, I would say feel free to take a look. If you guys see anything you like, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask.
Sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm a Remington man. This looks like a Remington right here, is it not?
Yes, 1100.
This is what I grew up with.
Oh yeah, very popular gun.
Oh yeah.
I only keep a handful in. We're mainly Browning, but we do carry them every now and then.
This will get me into trouble. Oh, well, we gotta strike it big before we can get that one. All right. Man, a little bit of everything, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how do you acquire these?
It ranges. Some guys will come in, trade them in on something different. Gun shows, the Tulsa Gun Show is going to be your biggest one. That's our biggest moneymaker.
I've heard about that.
Oh, yeah. I always recommend, if you're a gun guy and you have the opportunity to go. It's going to be heaven for you. Gun shows, auctions, estates, it ranges. Sometimes we'll buy them off Gun Broker. They'll list them as a gunsmith special. Obviously, kind of our bread and butter here.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily a gun guy. I think that's fairly safe to say. I'm a utilitarian. If I have a need, I have a gun for it. If I really don't have a need, then I don't.
You know what's crazy is I've been here 7 years. I maybe own for guns, I'm a car and motorcycle guy. That's
Sure.
where most of my money goes. I've got one that I actually am in the middle of restoring. I'm doing a double auto for my wife, and it's kind of a custom piece. But we actually got them over here.
All right.
And there's only one true pink in the world of double auto, and I believe, and I could be wrong, Val Browning's Mailman got it. If I could be wrong, I believe Art does have a YouTube video on it. I've got my wife's dog's name engraved in it for him. Had it anodized pink, but like I said, there's only one true pink I believe in the world.
Wow.
There's a handful of blues, reds, I think greens. This one was just one that he wanted to have made up on those. We've done purple before, and that was a very big hit. We actually had a guy, he ended up engraving a custom, we had it sent off to our engraver, and it had the Prince symbol in it, because that's how him and his wife fell in love, was with Prince.
Oh,
And
right.
he loves double auto. So when he seen that we did a purple one, it wasn't even close to being done like that one.
Sure.
It was still just stripped down to a bare receiver, just about to go to the engraver. And he knew he had to have it, so he bought it on the spot and took a chance, and we engraved it for him. But,
Nice.
yeah, no, these are sale guns that we're redoing, except for that one. That one
Sure,
I'm
sure.
doing. These are going to be customers, and then ours. So if you ever, like you guys are going through here and you guys have a question, feel free to ask on them.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I would say I'll turn you loose with Art. This is Art right here, actually. Let you guys introduce.
I'm John.
John, how are you?
Nice to meet you. This is
Try
my
not to-
cameraman Matt here.
All right, try not to disturb him, okay?
Oh yeah.
He's having a hard day.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
He'll me in about an hour after just eating Bogarts BBQ up there.
Oh, yeah, where'd you guys go?
With the Bogarts in Soulard. It's a barbecue place.
Oh, yeah? I don't go up in the city very often for much of anything.
I can understand that. Yeah. It is good though. I used to work for Quail Forever and Pheasants Forever, so I lived in Columbia for 6 years.
Oh, I didn't
So I'm pretty familiar with the area, but hadn't heard of you guys until I made this video about this A5 I found, and a handful of people, you know, were definitely like, hey, you gotta arts.
Yeah, I've only been doing it about half a century. After
I did a little research,
After
yeah.
a while, I figured it out.
There you
I
go.
figured out how to work on them. Down at Browning, I didn't really work on A5 much. Didn't work on them at all. I was a rifle guy and a superpose and Satori, that sort of thing.
Sure.
And I wanted to work on A5. I wanted to work on A5, but they said, oh, we got A5 guys.
Yeah.
So the guy behind me worked on A5. There's like 26 gunsmiths on the bench here. And so I would glean all I could from him. What are you doing today? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Because I wanted to learn how to do the A5.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from him, but I wasn't one of the guys that just did hundreds and hundreds of them every day.
Sure.
So a lot of it was self-taught. I just kind of had to learn a lot of it on my own. But then there's some other guys down at Browning too that I knew that did A5s.
When you say down at Browning, so like I know on this barrel it says St. Louis, Missouri. So like,
Yeah.
where were they, or I guess where were you at?
They were down on Washington Street downtown, which was just right downtown. But of course the headquarters has always been in Utah.
Yeah, right.
And they're in St. Louis, it's my understanding, I should know. They're in St. Louis because it's a central shipping location.
Sure.
That's why they have their distribution center up here in Arnold, which is 25 miles north of here. So they stay in Missouri, I guess, because of the central location for shipping.
That makes sense. And a friend of mine has the rights, if you will, to sell Browning camping equipment. So I just never really pieced two and two together, but it's obviously the same Browning company.
Same company.
But yeah, Alps Outdoors, they do Browning camping as well.
Well, Browning over the years has made golf carts and
Yeah, golf clubs maybe? Did I see golf clubs?
golf clubs, I believe.
I saw a video of that. Yeah.
Browning bicycles. Of course.
Right. Well, I know enough to know that when I saw this, I like to thrift and go to estate sales, garage sales. My wife said, hey, there's an estate sale in town. I was out of town all week, kind of sleeping in. I was like, well, what's there? You know, it doesn't do me any good if there's nothing there that I'm interested in. She's like, well, there's some kitchen stuff. They got a couple guns. I'm like, well, what kind of guns they got?
Okay.
And I worked for Quail Forever and Pheasants Forever for about 12 years. So I mean, I'm very familiar with Brownings and A5s. I'd heard of them. Yeah. And I was like, well, this is the second day of the sale. They're not going to be there. It's not going to be there. So we show up. I go straight to the kitchen stuff because I like to cook. Yeah. And she's like, hey, those guns are still behind him. And I was like, oh, he's crazy expensive. He must be crazy expensive for them to still be here. and I'll spare you the details. But I ended up getting both this A5 and I bought a little Ruger pistol to kind of help sweeten the deal. I paid $950 for the pair. And the Ruger is a Ruger Mark IV target pistol, pretty much brand new. So about $400, $450 gun I could probably get rid of to help lower the cost of this. So I got about $550, $650 in this right now. And
we'll have to look at it and see if you got a deal or not.
I know enough to know what I think I know, that I got a pretty good deal. It's not like it's an incredibly rare piece, but it's in really, really good shape.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to show it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where do we want to go?
Oh, what you were coming.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
I know it's a mess now, but you know, an organized bench is a sign of a sick mind. You know, so
I hear you on that.
So you have to have a cluttered up bench. Well, it's an old.
1939 is what I figured off of it.
It's an old standard 12.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was replaced with the light 12.
Yep. I know those are a little bit more favorable or desirable.
Well, these are heavier.
Right.
You know, and these have they don't have the speed load. You have to.
Right. These don't.
Got to push the button.
Correct. I'm a Remington man, so it took me a minute to figure that out. The range the other day.
This has what we call the suicide safety.
Yep. The newer version of that, because the original version
crossbow. Because anytime your hands in that trigger guard, you know, pushing and pulling, and
I'm an upland hunter. They say if you wear gloves, it even makes it even more applicable.
Yeah. So it was a good, when they replaced it with the crossbow, it was a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good thing. But it's what it is, and it's pretty good shape all in all, really.
Yeah, I think everything matches as far as serial numbers. I haven't taken the stock or done anything with any of the screws because I saw this was a little boogered up. I was hoping maybe you could lightly, without modifying it too much, or just leave it the way it is.
I keep a drawer full of used ones over here. I just stick on.
I was hoping to keep everything original to it if I could, but I didn't know if there was a little bit of light sanding, or again, just leave it. Not this so much as that little dent there.
Oh, well, there's not much you can do for them, really. Not much.
Because about the only sign of rust that I could see from the external side of this gun is on that cap and a little bit on the trigger.
Yeah. Well, any old A5 that's out there needs springs.
That's what I keep hearing.
Springs are cheap.
So I was shooting it, and I don't know if you had a chance to look at any of the videos I posted, but it was it was not cycling quite the way that it probably should have. When I first got these, they were crossed, right? The opening one there.
Yeah.
And then when I shot it, the first 10 times it was functioning just fine, and then it started to kind of have some issues. And when I got home to clean it, this was crooked again.
Well,
it had moved. So I didn't know if these.
That's pretty irrelevant, really.
Okay, good.
It's the biggest reason A5 stopped working. Were you shooting light loads in it?
I was, but I thought I had it set for light loads.
Well, I just took it apart and it was set for.
I looked at that. I had a friend tell me, and so I had that all set correctly.
Yeah, you do.
I may not have had it oiled enough or greased enough.
Yeah. If this gets dry, and this is the biggest reasons that A5s stop working.
Right.
Is this tube gets dry.
Right.
And you got some oil on there now. And when I say oil,
I just use rim oil wipes is all I use. But someone was saying 30 weight oil. Someone said a light lithium grease or something. They were all over the place.
I use a motor oil.
That right, 30 weight oil is what they're saying.
I've got oil that I kind of produce.
Yeah.
Which is a version of motor oil and some other additives in it. But you really need lubrication on it.
Right.
And the springs collapse and it's bent.
I saw it was bent, and that's when once I started looking into it further, I'm like, that probably shouldn't be like that. It probably should,
Yeah, it's just collapsed. That's what they do. Well, this was kind of a rare gun because it's an old gun and the form's not cracked. They crack in here. They get oil soaked and dry rotted.
Right.
And then they crack because they're real thin in here. You want to look at it inside? What we got?
I do. I'd like to see what springs might need to be replaced because I do want to use it. This is going to be a user.
Well, let's look at it.
I didn't want to mar up any screws. I've done enough to mar up screws and wood in my lifetime.
We have to make our own screwdrivers. Or you can get a set from Brownells that have those interchangeable bits. They work pretty good.
Yeah.
We just make our own.
Right.
I even sell them because if you're going to take apart an A5, there's a lot of fine slots there.
Yeah.
The funny thing on these old early guns, they numbered everything.
Right. Isn't that interesting? Oh, yeah. So, 1603.
Here's your barrel.
1603.
It's on the screws.
Yeah. On the screw on the other side.
It's probably on the shank of the screw. Go to pull them out and look. And after a while, I guess they looked at it and said, you know, I don't know why we're doing that.
It's a lot of extra work, right?
It's just, these barrels, these early guns swap back and forth. You can take a Japanese barrel and put on this gun and it'll work.
Correct.
So the barrels never changed, and after a while somebody said, I really don't know why we're doing this, and so they stopped putting the number on.
Well, I love that
They
it has all
even
that history to
Put
it.
the number in
Yep.
in there.
And I haven't gone any further yet, but yeah,
Well,
I assume, and it's got. I wanted to show you. It's got the horn or the the whatever you call
Horn,
it, the antler,
yeah.
butt plate. I was gonna see if you could file this a little bit. You see how it's a little rough there on the shirt, but otherwise I don't want to change it too much. But I want to keep that on there.
Plastic is better because it doesn't do this.
Right.
You know, they say that this is from
Worms.
a moth that lays eggs on the horn, and the larvae hatch and eat on the horn. And I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, that doesn't look like someone dropped it on the ground.
This is rusty and all, because it's probably was sitting on something, you know.
Oh, with
and
moisture.
it's sitting on moisture.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That's probably why that's rusty and what have you.
And then I saw when I closed the bolt after I got it, there was a little bit of sign of wear there, rust, if you will. So I don't know what's inside of this receiver here.
When I do rebuild kits on these, part of it is polishing the bolt and the carrier and inspecting it. And
how many times have you done that before?
many a time.
that was smooth.
This one came off easy. Some
Yeah.
will come off hard.
Nice.
There's a number in there. So.
Oh, sweet.
And there's some quail feathers in there or something.
Oh, buddy. So nice. Yeah, someone had mentioned someone might have tried to do a refinishing work. There's some kind of lines in there, but I kind of think it just shows some age to it.
Yeah.
Now, is this wood?
Yeah, that's wood. They use plastic now.
Yeah. Can I continue to keep this, to use it?
Oh, I'd reuse it. Yeah, no.
I said I'd like to keep as much of it as it would be functioning.
Oh, sure.
If something doesn't function down the road, then I'll just come back and have it reserviced.
This is all. Yeah, but it ain't broke. I don't fix it.
Yeah, right.
Not this year. So to take it apart, there's a pin there that goes through.
I was wondering what that hole was
That's
there.
why that hole's there. Some of the early ones didn't have this, and you had to take this out to get to it. And the Remingtons have a big hole back in the back here. So anyway, the Brownings have a smaller hole that doesn't look as unsightly as a big old hole, but that's why that hole's there.
There you go.
Why that hole's there is for disassembly purposes.
See, I get to this part and I have to call my uncle and be like, I went too far.
Well, A5 aren't really something that the average guy can take apart and do. Oh, you can, but
Sure. I can't even take my Remington 1187 that far.
yeah,
I can't.
well,
I've had to call my uncle so many times. I'm like, hey, I went too far. And it seems simple to say, but I want you to show me how to take this end thing out too, so I can put a plug in
well,
there.
I'm watching it because it's trying to come out on its own here. I'm afraid it's gonna.
Watch yourself, Matt.
I'm afraid it's gonna slip out.
Yeah, it seems like it ain't going anywhere.
We'll figure it out right now.
All right.
I have a special tool for that. It's on one of my videos.
Okay.
Everybody laughs about, here's my special tool. It's a nail
I knew that was coming as soon as you said.
driven into the
Yeah,
side.
it wasn't in there very good, was it?
No. And that's what they did at Browning. That's how they,
Sure. Hey,
everybody had a nail driven into their bench.
utilitarian, just get the job done.
So this is an early gun, so it has a what we call the narrow rail locking block. And it was kind of a weakness in the gun.
Okay.
And they tend to shear off. I think this one has. When the springs collapse and get weak, and you shoot heavy loads in them, they can shear off. Takes a pretty stout ton. I mean, I'm looking down in it and I'm not seeing all of it, so I'm assuming some of it's broke off.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they don't, some of them shoot forever, never break them, and others just do.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I shot it without any issue before it started to hang up on me, and then it seemed like it became more prevalent. So I don't know if it was a lube issue or what the issue was, but I didn't want. We shot about a box through it.
No, you're okay. You're good. This is what I'm talking about here. This is this rail.
And it's supposed to go all the way to the end, or no?
Well, no, not on this one. Some of them break off little pieces off.
Yeah.
You know.
I could.
For the
You
most
said that.
part-
I said I think it's a pretty well maintained gun.
This should go all the way to the end.
Okay.
But there's enough of it on there that you don't
Yeah.
need to replace it.
Sure.
So Browning got around that. I don't have any here. They put what they call a wide rail. And they widened this this is your locking block.
Yeah.
They widened this, and then they widened it in here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the problem was that the bolts tend to crack on the top, where they've been kind of weakened the bolt a little bit, so they kind of jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. So I'm gonna go back and buff this off, get rid of this. This bothers me. I buff this off. This
Sure.
I don't like that on there. And the gun is clean. It really. It's not really.
I appreciate it. I thought it would
It's
probably
not
would
really
be, but I
good.
couldn't see in there until obviously we got it taken apart.
And see this is a standard grade. If you get a light 12 receiver, see they will make cuts in here and cut out this extra metal down inside and all, and here and here and here. They make cuts in it to lighten the receiver up.
Right.
And then they would put wood on them that was a lighter weight wood that was hauled out. That's what turned them into light 12. There's even you can't see it. There's a serial number on the screw.
1603. Yeah.
And after a while, they said, I don't know why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? I don't know. We just always did it.
I love it.
So they,
Yeah, because those are the ones that don't say it on the outside like this.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. In that range. I don't think they ever did on a tank screw, but yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yep.
tank
Isn't
screw.
that, I get that number's everywhere on there.
Yeah. So we will buff it off. I'm gonna buff these things off, swish it, and salt them a little bit,
Yeah.
and we're gonna put some springs in here. They're good to go. Yeah, it's there's nothing too glorious about polish work. It's just a lot of hard work. That's what it is. This ain't got hitting I'll take out. It's gonna take a little more buffing.
I don't mind a little bit of age and character to it.
Well, let's see the bolt. They buffed up good.
That'll
It
do.
was just tarnished.
Yeah, I noticed it was that way.
And this is from sweaty hands.
Sure. I said the trigger had a little bit of like flash rust on it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's one of the last parts you forget to clean when you're cleaning it and oiling it. I got a handful of it.
Yeah. So I'll buff the handle up. But this has some pitting in there that bothers me. And this is the way they do them down at the Browning plant, factory. Same thing. I do everything the way. That's where I learned everything. Yeah, I got most of it. Got most of it. A little better. Yeah, that's a lot better. I don't think the gun was used that much. Doesn't really look like it to me.
All right, I agree. I
don't see where it has. And there's some things you can check in here. There's a cartridge stop that tends to wear. That one looks. That was out of adjustment a little bit. There's a cartridge stop in there, and if it hangs out a little bit, like it wears, because it's rubbing on this area right here, and they wear, and so and this one's hanging out a little bit as I look inside the receiver with that barrel, and there's a little bit of it sticking out, and that's just enough to kind of catch the rim and make them so they don't cycle right.
And that could be part of the issue, yeah.
It could be. Now, you can replace these. We don't usually. We call it adjusting. We bend it. We bend it.
Where do you need to be?
I'm gonna put it in a vise over here without a pad in it. without the jaws in it. So and sometimes these are hard and they break off. That one's pretty soft. Just give it a little bit of that tail on the spring. It keeps it in place while you're
Oh, right. So
trying to
you're
put
doing,
it
yeah, you're
in place.
using that to kind of keep it in there.
So I'm just putting some fastening in there to hold it in place while I put it in. So that's all. So put it back in, and that's just part of when you go through one of these. That's just one of the important things you need to look at. And the carrier latches can get out of adjustment, and this is a carrier latch right here. And when those get out of adjustment, it'll spit a live round out the bottom because the carrier latch is not catching it. So that's when you have live rounds coming out of the magazine, spitting out the bottom.
Yeah, I didn't have that as much as when I was loading it. What happened was I would go to shoot, and that carrier was still in the up position, and therefore it wouldn't load a new one. And so then I got to realize, okay, I got to make sure that carrier is in the down position before I shoot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it probably needs a drop of oil on the carrier spring, and
it looked pretty dry, all things considered. There wasn't a ton of lube on it.
And a new action spring will help too. So we just put it back together the way it came apart. Like so. This is a locking block latch. And then there's a flat on this pin that keeps that from working out. Puts a little resistance on it while it's in there and going in. So that's in.
So I think I know the answer to this, but in your words, like how innovative was this gun when he had the patent in the late 1800s?
Well, John Browning was a genius, just a genius. I mean, he didn't have the tooling that we have nowadays and all, and he just did. So yeah, we do it later. So we put a carrier back in. Now when I'm going to test these, I don't put the lock screws back in because I may put it all together and not work.
Correct.
This one, it's going to work, so I don't really worry too much about it. And if it doesn't, then you got all your lock screws in, you got to take all them back out. And maybe I'll leave them out because maybe I don't feel so lucky today, but I think it'll be fine. This is the old style carrier spring. It lays in the side of the receiver. Here it goes on these pins. The new style ones don't have it. They mount in the guard itself. Just a freak thing. This is my stuff. So you need.
I saw it about
You need just a few drops in there. You need a few drops on this dog. You need a few drops right on that carrier dog. That'll make things work much better. And I blew these things for Browning on a contract basis for 25 years. Blew thousands of them. Now I'm still good. Since they dropped them, Browning dropped parts and service on them, I've really gotten busy. So I just have a few drops on that action spring.
Oh, that already sounds way better. I don't know if you had a chance to hear it before. It was pretty crickety.
Well,
I don't know what the right term is.
I just need a
it was
drop.
crunchy.
Just a drop on that rail where the bolt slides. Just a drop, and that'll make it even smoother. That spring is much better.
Sure.
That other one was weak, and that's probably why it wasn't closing. Or when you say what you were saying was you push this down and
Well, that was one issue.
and you carry when it comes.
You're correct.
It's working perfectly.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes it just wouldn't have either the gumption to like recycle around.
Yes.
It wouldn't throw the round. But I don't know. Some of it could have been totally user error, to be honest with you.
Well, it was just dry. It was dry on that dog or the spring.
Yeah.
Now these things they do tend to beat out the hole where, and I get lots of them in there loose where they meet the receiver.
Right. I've read that a little bit too. Yep.
This one's good, and that's common. The hole kind of pounds out in egg shapes, and then we put a hardwood plug in and tighten them up. We have some fixtures to do because we do lots of that. So we're going to put this.
You're gonna expand it to tighten it.
Yeah, it's just so loose.
And then so to get it out, I just use force, whatever you want. That's probably not the right word, but I need to just pull it out. There's no catch.
No,
that's what keeps it in there is force.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just awful loose. I was act like I wanted to come out when they do. They shoot across the shop.
Oh, I've been there. Been there.
So let's put that. That's your mainspring retainer. They went to later models went to a plastic one. It sticks in a little better. They made improvements on the A5s as they went on.
Right, the safety being one for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's lots of little improvements they made on this. You know, if they had something that was a glitch in them that was prone to fail, they would correct it and just keep making it like that.
Yeah, many people commented, I've had one from whatever age time and I've never had an issue. I'm like, man, good for you. I'm just telling you, this one just needs to be looked over by someone who knows what they're looking at.
So you put this on just upside down.
Yep, for light loads. I'm going to be shooting light loads 80-90% of the time.
I've got to go grab me a spring here.
Mm-hmm.
We keep 1,000 or 2 of these on hand at any given time because we replace them about everything. But you can see, that one's collapsed.
Oh, yeah.
See?
And Aaron was telling me, you've got this pegged off of the original Browning ones, kind of by spec, by design.
Yeah.
That was a full inch shorter.
Yeah, they collapse. And these, you don't want it real tight going on. And this one's like perfect. You don't want it so loose that it just falls off.
I hear you, yeah.
You know, but you don't want it, if you got it on really tight, that'll cause them to jam.
Friction, yeah, resistance.
Now, you need just a couple drops of oil, motor oil, and that's all you need. You don't want it to really load it up because,
like you said, it gets into the wood.
That's what dry rots are for.
Yeah. So I know enough to know, Art, that when I was at this estate sale, and I could see that the serial number was right in front of my face, and I've looked at it like, I think they're called LC Smiths or just some just old guns, old side-by-sides and stuff, and I know that the serial number on those historic guns, you can look them up.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know, man, that seems pretty heavy. We're hunters. I don't know if that'd be good for me or not. And so I go in the other room and I start just looking into this thing. Yeah. And I see the serial number. I was like, I think this is pre-World War II. And I obviously I know what rust looks like, and I don't see any signs of old flaking or old surface rust. I'm like, this thing's pretty good.
Oh, no, I'll see some of the bad ones. I can show you some bad ones.
I'm sure. I've seen them.
So and then I go shoot it just to be sure.
Yep. So you got the Federal and the Remington up there. They're partners of mine.
Oh, yeah?
It's good to see. Yeah, I bought an old box 12 gauge that come with this. Something about piston power, something or other. Probably would have been from the 80s if I had to guess. Oh, you're going to shoot it right through here, huh?
There's a trap back in the back there.
Uh-huh.
So, we're going to shoot here. I'll turn the fan on to kind of pull. So, this one, if you had the speed load on it, you just put them right in the magazine.
That's what people were saying. I was like, I don't think this is working that way, boys.
You have to, and then you have to.
Yep, that took me a minute. My old Remington, self, that took me a minute to figure that out, Art. I had to get on the phone and Google it.
Yeah. And I put them in here and I test the safety, make sure it works. Or it might get kind of noisy. Just like that. We shoot thousands of rounds of shotgun stuff in them every month. You guys are talking. Getting ready to I saw a real rat over there. Look at that rat hanging there.
Oh, that one's the rat right there.
Now that's a little rust on that one.
Now, do you have one? Do you have one that might look like this? That's handy that you could show me. That's like the after.
Well, this is what it'll look like afterwards. Something like that.
And then you're gonna blue that, or it'll stay like this.
We're gonna blue it all up.
Did we have this one engraved?
We had that one engraved.
Yeah, this one was engraved. This one was so bad it lost the engraving.
Yep. So they go from that to that.
So we put the engraving on.
And then eventually from that to a blued version.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that engraving's all been replaced. Sure. And that was going to lose all engrave.
Yes, it is.
We won't. We get them polished.
Because you have the pitting on there. What's
Well,
the point
it's
of
got
doing
no
it if you're going to have
Right.
a little bit of it on there?
Start fresh. Completely
Now,
start fresh.
You could bead blast it and blue it, and I give it kind of a matte blue, you know.
Sure.
But that's function.
Many ways to skin
Doesn't
these
look very
cats.
Sure. Well,
Function, but it doesn't look very good.
I am not a gunsmith. I've messed up more guns than I've fixed, and so I appreciate all that you guys do back here.
Yes, sir.
But no, you're good to go. Everything works just like it's supposed to. Just like that. You want the spring for a souvenir?
Yeah, I'd love to have
Okay.
it. I'd love
I
to
got
have
the
it.
other if you want it. I just throw them in the trash by the dozens every week. Because those two springs right there are the ones that go bad.
And I can use bismuth through this for waterfowl, right?
Yeah.
You'd have no
Yeah.
reservations about that. You
Yeah,
just
you can't shoot.
2 3/4,
Yeah,
2 3/4
you don't-
bismuth.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot steel in it.
No, correct.
I'm looking here to see if you have a lifted choke. No, nobody's been shooting steel. What steel does is
I think the last time this was used, they may not have made a whole lot of steel.
the
So
choke goes back into here. They have a long choke on the brown.
Yeah.
And it'll lift you. We call it choke lifts, which bulges
Uh-huh.
where the steel hammers it out.
yeah, right.
So you don't want to shoot steel out.
Now tell me how this functions, because I was boogering with
Amazing
this.
cut off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
So why would you use it?
Well, if you want to change a round that's in the chamber. Make sure the screw's tight. That spring goes around.
Because I was trying to figure out what maybe the
If
issue
you wanted,
was.
if you want to change around the chamber, you flip this over and it holds them in the magazine. You pull this over and take the round out and drop it in a different round, which nobody ever uses it.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
This is good if you're in a duck blind or somewhere with
You
your
want to
friends.
take out a duck load and put? Or I know what you
No.
go ahead. Dude. I see.
No,
I know the
reach-
type of duck hunter you are. Go ahead.
No, reach over to your buddy's gun.
You're gonna mess his gun up. I know. I know. I have
Then he
friends
gets
like
one
that.
shot. Then he jumps up and he gets one shot.
Yeah. I had a friend used to keep my receiver a little bit open on my gun. You'd go in there, you'd go to take a leak, you'd come back, no one would know any wiser. And alrighty, well, I'll stay in touch with Aaron, and we get this thing out in the field and kill some things with it. I'll be sure to share it with you guys.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. So you're gonna put some videos out there on the cooking show, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know
well-
that I've ever seen that. I don't really watch much of anything.
No worries. I'm more on just social media and stuff, but my brand is called Wild Game Cook, so I just try to inspire people to get more out of their wild game instead of just
Yeah.
bacon wrapped and frying it. And of course, I try to raise my kids in the outdoors, and I put a lot of them on my channel, and they grow through them. So from youth models to pumps to semi-automatics now, and my boys are as tall as me, a little taller, and so they can shoot a 12 gauge just fine. So I told them about this, and you'd better keep it in the family, and we're going to put it to use this fall for sure.
That's what it's for.
Rabbit hunting,
That's
pheasant
not
hunting.
That's not a show gun. That's a using gun.
Yep, that's exactly what we're here for.
And when parts break, wear out,
Yeah, I
springs
know.
collapse, you just fix it. All the parts are readily available out there for it. And I got every part you'd ever need for that gun, and we'll have for decades.
Right.
So,
Eastbound and down. Man, this thing is going to be smooth operator at the range. I could just tell.
You're going to the range?
You want to?
Okay.
We can try to find. I know where we can go. We can see if Jay Henges is open, and we gotta get a permit or where we gotta do to shoot. We can maybe swing into a Bass Pro or something, get some ammo. We are in the state where it started it all. Other than that's in Springfield, Missouri, but we'll figure out what we can do. We'll see if we can get some shotgun shooting here in Missouri. If not, we'll just stay tuned for part 5 or whatever part we're on here. But yeah, it may not look like it, but I'm ecstatic. That man knew what he was doing. He was an absolute expert at that gun inside and out. So, alrighty, onward. All kinds of goodies going on. Let's go get some Remington ammo. Switch out the specs. I want to get some light loads. 7.5 or 8s. 2 3/4. Game loads. Target loads. I wonder if a box of shells is cheaper than a gallon of gas. Yeah, there it is. .12 gauge, Safety first. Can't beat it, boys. T-minus 15 minutes to the range. It's a hot one, but it won't take me long to bust 25 plays out of a 25 box. Flip. I wonder if we're supposed to provide our own clay birds at this range. Oh, shucks. Yeah, we're getting closer at it. It looks like the shop to me. One way. 3, 4, check in. I think we should park here and head to the shop. Up there in front of you, right about there. D is from the left, going away. Pull. Nice shot. Thank you. All right, report back. Pull. All right, we just had a good dinner, gassed up, got about 3 hours to go. A little one-day excursion, over 12 hours on the road, but we're able to shoot around a 5 stand. Super excited to get this out with the boys, get to shooting it, break it in some more. Definitely learned that new spring's got to break in quite a bit, but hoping to do more of these videos in the future. I want to thank Matt for making this video happen. We'll see you on the next one.